thousands of people are protesting the Trump administration here and across the country. Austin's demonstration just hitting the hour mark. KVUE is covering the protests from all angles on the ground, from a bird's eye view and along the outskirts of protest lines. Let's get straight to KVUE's Tony Ploheski, who is live along the outskirts of the protest. We see the bird's eye view right now, Tony, but what is the atmosphere like on the ground?
Yeah, here on the ground, Darrenisha, there are thousands of people who are covering the south lawn of the Texas Capitol, one of the largest protests that I can recall seeing in nearly a quarter century here in Austin. The crowd is thousands strong. They're holding signs. They're chanting, "No Kings." Darrenisha, the crowd, I've been mingling with different people. It includes anyone from young children. There are a number of senior citizens out here we've been talking to, and they say that they wanted to not only, of course, protest against Donald Trump and his administration, but they also wanted to be among like-minded people here this afternoon. The speakers have included local, state, and federal officials as well, including State Senator Sarah Eckhart, as well as Congressman Lloyd Doggett. They have been on the stage. Now, officials and organizers for this protest have told us that because of what happened earlier today in Minnesota, outside of Minneapolis, that they are accelerating the program somewhat because of safety concerns this afternoon. But in addition to that, of course, Darrenisha, as we've been reporting for most of the day now, there was a concern about the safety, not only in the Capitol building itself, but also among lawmakers who were scheduled to be here this afternoon and speaking this afternoon after authorities received information that a man may be plotting to do them harm. We were able to confirm with the Texas Department of Public Safety shortly before 5 o'clock that an arrest of a man had been made around 4:30 this afternoon in LaGrange. Of course, that is a town that is southeast of Austin. But here on the south lawn of the Texas Capitol, there continues to be a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of excitement with people and their signs saying a number of different messages. A lot of people continuing, by the way, to pour into the south lawn of the Capitol as this crowd size really continues to build here this afternoon. Darrenisha?
Tony, thank you. And I just want to explain to you all, when you have a crowd as large as the one that you're seeing on your screen, technology gets a little bit glitchy, which is why we weren't able to actually see Tony, but we could hear him. But you could see from our bird's eye view camera that the crowd is extremely large. Now let's hear what some of the protesters had to say when we spoke to them earlier today.
I felt it was important for me as a Mexican American to be out here to represent my people. Being from Texas, you know, it is very important for me to be out here and do this for my daughter, for our families, for everyone that just feels like this is not real America.
Today's demonstrations are meant to counter the 250th anniversary celebration of the military in D.C. The anniversary coincidentally falls on President Trump's 79th birthday. Let's get to KVUE's Daniel Perot, who is also live at the Capitol with more on the demonstrations. Daniel, can you describe to us what the energy is like out there?
Darrenisha, good evening. We are among the crowd, and that crowd, as Tony said, is continuing to get larger and larger with people coming from just about every single direction. It stretches most of the way from the south steps of the Texas Capitol down towards 11th Street. You have people who are chanting, they are holding signs, a lot of chants about wanting to impeach President Trump or get him out of the White House. The theme here is the No Kings Day, so a lot of people have been showing up in costumes, specifically dressed like clowns, a reference to their thoughts on the current occupant of the White House. The people who've come out here say that they are here to protest a myriad of issues that relate to the Trump administration. Immigration is high on those lists of issues. I talked to State Senator Sarah Eckhart just a couple of minutes ago. She said that it was still important for her to be out here today and to come and speak despite everything that happened today with the threats that were made against lawmakers who are going to speak today, telling me that it was important for her to be here, to be defiant, and to make sure that people know that they won't be silenced in the face of the threats. Organizers have been working with law enforcement all throughout the day today to make sure that they can do the event safely. There are a lot of questions about whether or not it would even happen up until around 4 o'clock when they opened up the gates and started to allow people to come out here onto the Capitol grounds. It's a jubilant atmosphere here, a lot of people meeting one another and expressing their disapproval and disappointment in the Trump administration.